What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another video. Now, this is absolutely huge for the crypto market. And anytime that I say that things are massive or a huge change or something that really adds to the plan, to the ultimate goal of what crypto is supposed to be, meaning that crypto is not necessarily going to take over but be a major part of the economy, most people or most doubters will say, why isn't the market moving? If this is huge information, why aren't we seeing that reaction? And you think about it, every little piece that needs to happen in order for crypto to be mainstream, it doesn't mean that it's going to have a massive breakout because of that. We're going to see these things happen, and it's going to do something, honestly, that are wonders for the market. And I'm going to talk about what that is in this video. If you guys could, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC, that link will be at the top of the description. If you guys are interested in signing up for this platform, you can get a 10% deposit bonus when you specifically use my link, extra bonuses up to $10,055, and 40% lower trading fees. So you get a lot of stuff when you do sign up for this platform, as well as the ability to trade up to a 500x leverage on various cryptos. So check it out. Link is at the top of the description, and honestly is a great platform. Now, the cryptocurrency market. The cryptocurrency market isn't really in the best spot, especially after what we've seen, right? Recently, we had XRP that has a new XRP ETF. We have a Doge ETF that was launched, right? Huge news to see these things that are launched, right? A Rex Osprey XRP ETF. It is down by about 3% or 4% on the day. And we're seeing the Doge ETF. It's down by about 6%. So even though these things that have happened, that are huge for the crypto market, to see things outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum and to see an XRP ETF, to see a Dogecoin ETF, it's massive. But that's not what I'm talking about, right? These little things really help out, and little bits and pieces do help out. But I think there's a bigger picture item that we need to focus on that will get us what we all want in the market, besides the larger gains that we want to see. Because in the end, when we see those larger gains, what do we want after that? That would be stability, right? Being able to have a stable market, just like investing into the stock market, investing into the S&P 500, knowing that over the year, you can gain an average of 10%. You can gain an average of 12%, whatever that is, right? So that's what we want in the end. So just to give you an update, the current crypto market is sitting at a $4.02 trillion market cap, while it was at a 4.10 or 4.1 trillion dollar market cap. Bitcoin is down about 2%. Ethereum is down 3.6%. XRP, as we just saw, because XRPR tracks XRP directly, you're seeing 3.78% down, and it's below the $3 mark. BNB down 1.5%, Solana down 6%, and so on and so forth, right? Even Dogecoin, you see that down the amount that you have there. But like I said, these two ETFs are not necessarily the biggest news that you could possibly have, for me at least, and honestly for the market in general. One thing that you can focus on that I think will be massive for the crypto market, and seeing it right before our eyes, and maybe seeing more that are created in the long run, is this. The SEC, Grayscale approves multi-crypto fund with XRP, Solana, and ADA. Why is that huge news? Why is a multi-crypto fund huge news? If you think about it, anybody that's a traditionalist, yeah, they would love to invest directly into Bitcoin. Yes, they would love to invest directly into Ethereum. However, most traditionalists want to invest into a broader market, want to invest into a broader sector. So if they're like, I want to invest into technology, they're going to invest into technology, not necessarily just invest into Tesla or invest into Microsoft. They're going to invest into Tesla, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Meta, right? They're going to invest into all of these companies because they want to invest into the broader market. That's the same thing that goes for cryptocurrency. I've heard so many traditionalists that go, I don't want to just buy Bitcoin. I don't want to just buy Ethereum. I don't want to hold those, but I also don't want to have a Coinbase account or don't want to have a Kraken account. I don't want to get another platform. I want to do it on Fidelity, and I want to invest into the broader crypto market. And that's where a lot of the stability will come from. When people can invest into the top cryptocurrencies that are out there, that's where you will see more of that movement. Now, again, even though we have this approval, it doesn't mean that we're going to see a massive uptick and everything needs to run by 50% or 100%. No, in due time, we will see the market take off because of the amount of money that's being invested into the market, as well as the stability for the amount of money that's staying in the market, right? It's a difference maker when you're just investing to get a gain right away, but when you see all of that flow of money that's going in the form of billions or even trillions of dollars, and then billions or trillions of dollars are staying there, that's where you'll see things absolutely take off to the next level that we all wanted to see it at. I've been saying this for years at this point. Ever since they brought up the fact that BTC is getting its own ETF that tracks Bitcoin, the conversation around Ethereum, the conversation around XRP. Yeah, fantastic to get those individual ones. I've said it. It's fantastic. It's great for the market. However, it would also be great if we had an all-encompassing ETF, right? Or a top 25 ETF, or a blue chip crypto ETF, or a top 100 ETF, or even tracking different sectors within the crypto market, whether you're talking about the gaming sector or talking about, I don't know, the metaverse or AI, right? Whatever those sectors are, you're focusing on those and then seeing that people can invest into that broadly, right? So I think that this right here, the SEC approves Grayscale multi-crypto fund with XRP and Solana, is massive. I'll just give you some bullet points. The SEC has given Grayscale Digital Large Capital Fund, GL or GDLC, the green light to trade on markets. The fund provides exposure to 5 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. So it's including 5 different cryptocurrencies rather than just one specific one. Now, eventually you'll see more and more, but majority of that is going into Bitcoin from what I understand, right? The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has approved a Grayscale multi-crypto asset exchange traded product amid the agency's broader effort to fast-track approvals for crypto funds. On Wednesday, Grayscale CEO Peter announced on social media platform X that SEC had just given the green light for its Grayscale Digital Large Capital Fund. Peter, I'll say his name, what is it, Mintzberg, said in his post that GDLC would become the first multi-crypto asset ETP on the market. The fund provides exposure to 5 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Thank you to the SEC for task force. In July, the SEC delayed the decision of Grayscale to attempt to convert GDLC, an over-the-counter fund, into the tradable ETP on the the New York Stock Exchange, as the agency sought to further review the application. According to Grayscale official website, the fund has a net asset value of $57.7 per share, $57.70 per share, and over $915 million worth of assets under management. So again, this will be massive for cryptocurrency. This alone, because it's the first one, but then seeing more and more and seeing a little bit more risk that's put into it, as well as understanding what risk tolerance you want to have and what cryptocurrencies you can provide in a top 50 or a top 100 ETF. So I'm excited for what's to come. I'm not saying that things are exploding. Obviously, with this happening, you're not seeing anything explode. I believe they said that anticipate trade on the New York Stock Exchange on or about September 19th. So I believe it's GDLC. So I'm going to see if I could find GDLC GDLC. It's not tradable right now as of what I'm seeing. But if I have any updates, I'll give you guys an update on it. But it's fantastic to see that because that's something that I want to put my money into. Outside of holding crypto or holding ETFs for dividend gains, I want to hold a crypto ETF because I know that that will still be massive. The growth will be massive, and then the stabilization will be amazing after that massive growth. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, again, check out the links down below for BTCC and Patreon and Twitter. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.